Okay, so it's time to start running some ads. Okay, we've got our targeting done, we've got some video ads done, etc. So I want to run at least one ad so you can see everything in process. Now let's have a look at the workflow that we're going to be working from. We're going to send people from YouTube to an opt-in page. Okay, from the opt-in page they will be redirected to a web class page, okay, with a delayed buy button. They will not see the buy button until about 35 minutes into the actual presentation. Okay, next they will see an OTO page with targeting tools, okay, and after that they will see traffic sculpting workshops upgrade as well. So you can see we've got a nice funnel here. We've got $297 on the web class page, we've got $297 on the OTO1, we got $297 to $497 on the OTO2, which actually in combination is really inexpensive for what we're giving it away here. So with that in mind, our main goal is still going to be at the beginning to build our audiences, to get people onto the landing page, and to have calls to action on that video to get people to come into the landing page and give an email, and so that we can build the audiences and we can collect email addresses as well. Okay, that allows us to follow up with those people too, and hopefully we can pick up a few sales as well. Now don't expect with that kind of price point at $297 that you're going to have like a high conversion rate, but what we want to do is we want to get people into that remarketing audience that we can reach in multiple touch points with different videos. We can do a video series with, for example, some aspects of what they're missing out on. For example, some traffic strategies. We can do for as well some list building strategies. We can do it as well for some conversion strategies, whatever it might be. We can do some various things in there to make them want to come back and check it out again. So first of all, let's go and have a look at the landing page. You can see here, this is the landing page that we're going to use. Now I might do some split test on this. I probably highly likely to do some split testing on this one. And then it takes them from there into this page here, where it's just the video replay. Okay, the replay, it's not a webinar replay, it's just a presentation like a web class, the master class. This buy button will not show here till about 35 minutes, and this bonus information here shows up about 5 minutes later. Okay, it's not perfect as far as design is concerned, but it's good enough for now. Okay, it's definitely good enough for now. And from there they get taken into another landing page for an upgrade on some placement tools. Okay, $197, $297, and from there then they go to the traffic workshops as well. So that's basically the flow. Now we understand this. It's very quick and easy to go and get our campaign started. Now you can see here, I'm in the Tube Placement Finder. I'm just going to come up now into in-stream ads. I've already got 5,000 video URLs in my target URLs over here. If I click on that, you will see 4,999 video URLs. We can add up to 5,000 absolute maximum. The software will tell you how many you have got in here. I'll click back on the campaign, and you can see here as well that we're using in-stream ads, and this is where you should start as well. We don't want to start with the D-Day campaigns. We do not want to start with video action ads. We will come to those later. Okay, in-stream ads is what we're going to use, and you can see we can still put in a headline and put in a call to action in here, and we can set a budget. Now the budget I've set here is according to my currency for the country that I am in. Okay, so if you're in America, it's going to be for dollars. If you are in UK, it's going to be for British pounds. If you're in Europe, it's going to be for euros. If you're in Australia, it's Australian dollars, etc. Okay, so here I've got 500 because 500 Thai baht is about 15 American dollars. Okay, and I put the maximum bid here for 3 Thai baht. Okay, you can put in whatever you want for your own country. Okay, if you were in America, you might want to choose like $10 or $15 a day and make it like up to 90 cents per click. You're not going to get charged anywhere near that, but just put it in just to see how it's going, so that you're not missing out on any traffic. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to decide, am I going to use mobile, computer, tablets? Okay, I'm starting with the devices first. Okay, it's really important to start with the devices first, in my opinion. Okay, why? And the reason for that is because you will get faster traffic from mobile, but you want to see as well for computers separately, so you can basically assess where you're getting the better conversions from, or where you're getting the better metrics from. Okay, so everything here is ready. I've got the ad copy here, put the video URL in here. Everything here is ready as far as I need it to be. And what I want to do is start with the mobile first, and then we will do a campaign for the computers. And I'm going to keep all of these networks. I'm going to keep them all here, okay? And one more thing I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to come into the target URLs up here. And the target URLs, you can see I haven't got many in here, okay? I did a campaign earlier, and I found out that when you put about 5,000 placement URLs in here, it can get sticky. It's better to put a few in here, and then go in afterwards, click the link in the bottom afterwards, and go in and then paste the rest of them in there. It can happen, you know, like within 30 seconds. It just stops the desktop tool from slowing down. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some that I've already got here from earlier. Okay, so I've got, just take a handful here. Okay, I'm not going to put too many to get me started, just to be able to do the campaign, to get the campaign added. Okay, that's all I want to do. And then all I need to do is come up here and into the campaign. We'll just check again one more time. Everything is looking okay. I've got a different campaign name as well from what I've used before as well. If you're doing any duplication, make sure you change your campaign name. And we can just wait for this to open up the internal browser. I'll expand on this. Okay, we choose the Google Ads account. If you've got more than one Google Ads account, you probably do not, so you won't have that. Once you've logged in one time, it will remember you from that point forward. Okay, so you only have to confirm you log in one time, and then we've got some caching built in. So we'll just fill in the details as we have programmed it to do it in the back end. Okay, once it's done, we can go and look at the settings. I've done a couple of settings slightly different this time than what I did before, and I'll explain why and what I'm testing as well, because really I'm just testing at this stage. We've got the video URLs, 14 of them. Add the video, skippable in-stream, fill in the details. Okay, just leave it until everything is finished, just like the tool do what it's going to do. This internal browser will close itself. Just wait for it to finish. It will close itself. Okay, you can see, just leave it still running. Okay, so that's done. So a video ad is done, and we have got this link in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this and open it up. Okay, then I'm going to come into the settings. Okay, now you can see this is enabled. I can make it paused if I don't want to run it right now, but I want to keep it running. So my networks, I've kept all three running. Okay, what I will do here is I'm going to come down. You can see countries and territories. It's chosen all countries and territories. I thought it had actually changed from the previous one that I did. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Actually, let's just leave it at that for now. I've got a set of about 24 countries that I prefer to use if I don't want to go worldwide. I don't always use them, but at times I will use them. Come down here a little bit more, and we're going to click on additional settings, and I'm just checking everything looks okay from here. I don't have any related videos. That would be a good thing to actually add in here, some related videos. I'll cover that in a separate video. Now what I want to do is my placements. Now where do we find the placements? Well, you find it under content. Okay, you'll find placements under content. Click on content on the left side, click on placements. Okay, you can see we've got our placements in here. See that one there's got through, Telugu, that's Filipino. I want to get rid of that, remove that one. Okay, and now what we can do, so just having a quick look down here to make sure there's nothing else. Now what we can do is we can click on to edit placements, click on select an ad group. There's only one ad group there, click on that. Okay, you can see we've got 13 selected. What I'm going to do is click on YouTube videos. Okay, then enter. With the enter you can see we can put in multiple placements now. Okay, so what I can do then is I can take the remainder of my placements that I've got in a separate window. That's another 37. Now be careful here. You can see this is, you can barely see this even with this Google Ads browser here. But you can see where it says add 37. Well, you have to click that. If you click on save down here, it's just going to close. You have to actually click on that to add them. Okay. When you click on that to add them, then you can click on save. And that's how that can work. Okay, so we've got now more placements in there. So let's just click on it one more time. I'm just curious. Make sure it's been added. You can see we've got 48 placements. Okay, 48 in total right now. So I need to go and add some more, but that's basically how we can do it. Even if I left it just these 48, I'm not going to get through my campaign as quickly as what I would want to, so it's going to be not as scalable as I would like it to be, but we should still get some good results because these we basically filtered very, very nicely, those particular ones. Okay, so I'm just going to close this now. I'll come back in a little bit later. Okay, so I'll pause the video and come back, and we will have some data and some stats that we can look at. Okay guys, coming back in here, and it actually deleted part of the first demo that I did because it set up a campaign without putting the link at the bottom. I'm not quite sure why. I will get my coder to check that, so I ran another campaign until I did get the link there, so the next time we did get it. So we got some data, we got some results, the first sort of results coming through now. Now this hasn't been running for too long, but I did put a couple of campaigns in here. You can see we got traffic sculpting number 1 and number 2. Okay, and you can see number 1 has got less views and even less view rate. Okay, traffic sculpting number 2 has got more views and double the view rate. The view rate on that one is almost 42%. Okay, on the second one. Okay, so what is different? Well, when I started to run the first one here, I was seeing that we were struggling. I didn't like that we were, you know, in the view rate of 20%. I thought we could do better. So what I did is, the second campaign I had already run by that time, but what I did before it actually got enabled, before it actually got activated, is I went in and I changed the placements. Okay, I took the placements out, and what I did is I put some remarketing audiences in. Why? Because when I was seeing 21.9%, and I was seeing the cost of this one as well, I knew there was a problem, and the problem could be one of two things that I was seeing. Okay, the problem could be that my introduction wasn't strong enough, that people were bouncing off because it wasn't a good enough hook or opening or introduction. Okay, so that could have been one problem. The second problem could have been that it was targeting. Okay, and the reason I mention that is because one of the campaigns that I took from the placement tool, I think I hadn't filtered one of those CSVs properly, and so what happened was I've got some not so good engagement from some of those videos because I didn't filter it properly. Okay, so I've got a separate video on that I recorded earlier today. But anyway, I've kind of pulled it back, I've retrieved the situation, so you can see overall for today, the view rate, that's combined with those two campaigns. We've got the view rate of 31%, cost per view, we've got, that's just over one cent, okay? Number of views 1,340 from 6,555 impressions. Okay, now if we think about the impressions here, this is people who have the video started to play, okay, before they exit. I think it's actually if they stay longer than 10 seconds, okay, I'm pretty sure that's what they call engagements, okay, inside your Google Ads sort of reporting. Okay, now engagements is when they've watched a video for more than 10 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's what the impressions is, but I need to ask somebody. I'm not a PPC expert, okay, I do need to ask somebody. I just create strategies and softwares to automate the strategies, and fortunately a lot of the time, you know, with experience, etc., they can be very good, or sometimes they need extra tweaking until we get them very good, but usually they turn out to be very, very good tools that we can use to drive traffic, build an email list, get rankings and traffic, or whatever it might be. Anyway, so we can use this. I mean, this impressions area here, this is hugely important if you think about it, okay? So I want to take you through a scenario that I could use for me personally, and because you have purchased into traffic sculpting, you're probably aware of some of the other tools I've got, because I've given you access to some. Even as a bonus, I've given you access to some. Okay, so I want to tell you this angle that I could use myself, or this strategy that I could use myself, that you can also use, even if you don't have products like this, because you can recommend products, okay, as an affiliate. Now, if you think about it, like if I've got 6,555 people watching a video, and my video is about traffic sculpting, if my video is all about how to get results from YouTube ads, how to get half cent or 1 cent cost per click, how to get view rates over 30%, etc. And I'm doing this video and somebody's looking at it and thinking, yeah, maybe later, or there's a lot of guys doing this kind of training, I'm not interested right now, it's, you know, maybe another time, or whatever it might be. And then I go and do a second video, and that second video is not related to the first one, it's about another tool. So that one is for traffic sculpting that they've seen already. Now I'm going to show them another tool for, say, Lead Blaster. Now Lead Blaster, I can show them how we can rank for ClickFunnels keywords like ClickFunnels 2.0. We're on page 1 of Google, no backlinks, and you can show them how, you know, we're able to build like thousands of build email list and SMS list and push notification list of thousands of people, all on autopilot from just 1 hour's work, okay, from putting together a checklist. So then somebody's watching that, you're giving them another exposure, even if it's just from the impressions, okay? So they're starting to get to know you a little bit, okay? So the story is starting to build in their heads as well. Like, that's interesting. Okay, he did that other one with the YouTube ads for half a penny or penny per click, and now he's got this as well. Leave them to do the calculations. What if we use that for that? Okay, what if we used those half penny clicks to get, you know, more people installing the Chrome extensions, for example? Let them do the calculation at this point. Don't do it for them. Okay, people are clever and they like it. It works better when you let them do the calculation themselves. You will see this with SEO lists. They do this every time with SEO lists, where everybody else wants to focus on the benefits and the hyperbole, etc. Well, the SEO guys are actually quite intelligent. They like to figure things out for themselves, and if you just give them suggestions, let them come to their own conclusions, and often they will buy because of it. Okay, and with this, what I can do in another video then. So I've got 3 videos now if I do another one. And this time I can show them WordPress Alpha. And I can show them, look, within 3 clicks you can have a WordPress site all pre-configured, already done, just ready for you to add your content. It spent hours to do this up to this point. You can choose between the Rank Math SEO plugin or the SEO Framework plugin or Yoast SEO plugin. And the settings is done for each of them. All you need to do is delete the 2 that you want and put in some personalization, like what is your site title, and you know, you can do a few clicks and use the Google Sitekit plugin and connect your analytics and your Search Console and all that kind of stuff, and basically I can have a video just showing them, look, you've got a website ready to start adding content. It's not some shitty auto blog. this is real website. This is ready to start adding content. And even better, I've even put in here some affiliate funnels. I've even put in here some opt-in forms. I've even put in here for mobile optimization. I've even put in here to get free images for your featured images. I've even put in here some Elementor landing pages. And everything happens in 3 clicks. So by this time, you're starting to build not just a story, you're piquing their interest. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, because the strategy could be that we are using the impressions for brand awareness. Okay, think about it for brand awareness. Now, that means that we need to be remarketing to those same people again and again and again, but we can remarket to the same audience. We can do the campaigns to the same audience. It doesn't have to be a different audience all the time. And we can take them through a journey and then do a separate audience and take them through the same journey. Does that make sense? Now, how can this work for you? Well, you can promote those tools. You can promote those tools. You can be the guy that is basically going against the grain and saying to them, showing people, look, here's a solution that you might not be looking for right now, but this is really interesting. There's a really good price on this right now. You really should check this out. Okay? When everybody else is doing promotions for the latest Warrior Plus or JV launch, I mean, let's be honest, some of those products, they're absolutely dire, they're absolutely terrible, some of those products. Those are not often solutions for anything. I'm not knocking, I understand the game that they're doing. They're making software just good enough for launch so they can build an email list, and they're spending money to get the software done, but they're not really building the software for themselves to use. I think very few of them will actually be using the softwares themselves. I don't mean that for everybody, but a lot of them would be like that. And you can tell when you go to start using the tools, that there's just small things that should be there that's not there. And you can see their marketing is very good. They've got strong affiliate promotion. They've got all the hyperbole. They've got fake earnings on the screens and on the sales pages and all that kind of nonsense. Whereas you could be going against the grain, saying, look, I have got real solutions here. Okay. For this kind of situation. Look at this thing in action. Look at this. See the demo. See the results. See, the proof. And then you've got people's interest. Okay, as long as you're authentic. If you look at the way Paul Murphy does his affiliate promotions, Paul is making millions from affiliate promotions for internet marketing products. Okay, he's not promoting stuff from JV and Warrior Plus for $10 commissions. Okay, he's promoting stuff that is, paying reasonable commissions and recurring as well. And what he does with a single promotion is he will go and create multiple videos with multiple angles and answering multiple common questions about that particular product. And so when somebody watches one of his videos, he's also having call to actions all the way through, saying, like, check the links in the description if you want to know about ClickFunnels cost and where to get ClickFunnels templates and ClickFunnels trial and all that kind of stuff. He's got a video for each of those, okay, in the description with the links. Okay, so he's earning views and it's getting him rankings, etc., and more traffic from YouTube and Google by doing that. But he does it nicely, and he's doing it actually within the platforms that he's promoting. He's like showing people around and stuff like that and showing how it works. So he's got a nice approach to it. So you can be doing the same kind of things as well. Anyway, kind of went off on a wander there from that, but I just think it's important that you understand the importance of the impressions as well. It's not always just about the views. Okay, now I'm using InStream. I'm not expecting to get many people clicking through from there. Okay, all we're doing is we're building awareness at this point. We're going to use video action ads to get the conversions. We need to set up conversions with video action ads, and then we can let Google Ads use its AI, it's artificial intelligence, it's and they do a pretty good job of converting if they know what the goal is and you've set things up properly. Okay, so not a terrible start, not a bad start. It's picked up from where it was, and when I saw this earlier, I was just kind of shocked because it wasn't a very, very good result that I was expecting to get. But now that we've kind of redeemed ourselves with it, it's not so bad. Let's just come into this one over here. So you can see, let's not go into the cost, let's go into the cost per view. and you can see we've got 10 clicks. It's not a huge amount. View rate 21.46, and the cost is too high. Okay, that's about 30 cents. Okay, come into number 2. What have we got here? Well, we got half a cent, less than half a cent cost per click. We got far more clicks. How many views? We got a lot more views. We've almost tripled the views. We have tripled the views, and we got a view rate of 40%. So you can see the difference. So now I know that it's not my introduction, it's the targeting. Okay, and I know exactly what happened. I threw in a CSV that wasn't properly filtered. That's what's happened here. So I'm going to pause this one. I don't want this one to run anymore. I really think this one should be paused. It's not going to do us any good. The second one is doing quite good. So all I need to do is come into the settings, come up here, and we can click on pause and click on save. Now what I can do then is I can correct the targeting here. I can correct the placements in here, okay? Or I can just add for a similar audience or something like that to run, and just let it run, continue to run. But right now, with the stats as it is, I mean, I don't want to pay like 30 cents per click, okay? I'd rather pay half a cent per click. It's a big difference, right? Like 0.19 and 1.02. Okay, there's about 30 bahts to $1. So that can give you an idea. This is better. So we can keep this one running. The other one, we learned the lesson. I did a video on the targeting, so you don't make the same mistakes. Make sure you watch that one. Okay, thanks.